It's Friday. Do you know where your IT pros are? We don't. It's Patch and Switch. And now, two guys who couldn't make it as baristas. Boy, do they love their coffee. It's Patch and Switch.
I like my coffee too.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? I think both the announcer boy and I are facing the same the same tick of a cold.
Tick of a cold.
Yes, I have a tick of a cold.
Is that a chamomile tea that you're drinking as well?
Nah, it's straight up coffee because it's the only way I'm going to make it through the show.
Straight up coffee, guys. When I'm feeling sick, I grab the Folgers. Is that what it is? Folgers.
The Folgers, the straight the drip. You just grab the. Do you just grab the tub and just start eating it? Is that what?
It's like ice cream. It's like ice cream. Folgers Crystal.
Oh, it's really not. No.
Oh, it's Friday, my friends. Oh,
it is. It is Friday.
Yes.
It is Friday. Yeah, I'm just feeling a little under the weather. It's okay though, because we're gonna get on top of it, get it all sorted before my departure to the land of the Emerald City.
Okay, that works. I decided wardrobe choice today.
Easy for you to say.
I dug out the old the sweatshirt,
the old hoodie.
The old hoodie, not bad. Although it is a little hot.
I mean, I would have worn the hoodie, but it's going to be 82 today, so not happening.
It's sunrise only happened about an hour ago here in Seattle, so it has yet to warm up above 50. I do believe.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to warm up above 50 most of the day.
I think it is a high of 54 today.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
Just
in Celsius units, I think that's around a 12 or something like that. It's that time of year. This is the gray time. We are officially in November. I actually came down this morning and my Halloween lights are still out that I put in the front entryway. And I realized that all I have to do is change the color motif on them to be green and red. And then I'm all set for Christmas. So
what are you all about, skeletons and bats for Christmas? Or
well, it is unique. When you have a last name of Claus, you get to write the rules. That's just the way it is.
You're probably, you're not wrong.
Well, all I have to do is take off the sunglasses, which are on the plastic skeleton, and put on the toque, and he's all set.
There you go.
Instant, ready to go Christmas.
There you go. Okay.
Has Mariah Carey invaded your house as of yet?
No, not yet. So the Halloween decorations and the Halloween, we actually have a Halloween tree. It's smaller, but we have all these,
like skeleton fingers hanging off like icicles or something like that.
Yeah, I mean stuff from Haunted Mansion and Mickey jack-o'-lanterns and that kind of stuff around. Those have all started coming down last night, and then when we get back from so the lovely missus is heading to Seattle as well for a few days while I'm there to get also why switch doctors when you just happen to be in town anyway and you can get your once a year things done
as required, right?
So once we return, I believe that the Christmas things will start coming, and then I'm anxiously awaiting the email or phone call, the scheduling call from the folks at Gemstone Lighting.
Okay.
As I have bought the permanent house lighting system, I put the deposit down. They have ordered the materials, and as soon as the materials are in, they will come and do the installation. So,
got it.
I am that, and so then it would definitely be the season, right? Though I'm going to probably set up all the architectural lighting first, and then do my mapping, because each individual bulb can actually be controlled, and you have to have a map.
Permanent on your house now?
Sorry,
these are going to be permanent on your house.
Permanent on the house, yes.
Okay, so you're going the same route as our good friend Denise. Also, she has the same thing. or something like it, where they're permanently on the house and she can choose different scenes based on the day and how she's feeling and what the family wants to celebrate.
Yep. And then the other thing that I love about the ones that I ended up getting, so they're a Canadian company.
Canadiana.
Winter peg.
Low temperatures, below zero, because I know Vegas gets below zero all the time.
Well, I figure if it can deal with winter peg temperatures, that it can deal with the heat of Vegas just fine. So because winter peg goes from like negative 200 to positive 250. So.
I was about to say, I don't know too many winter pegians that would be down in Vegas in the middle of July surviving. They would be probably melted on the floor.
So I and the one of the other reasons I got these particular ones is they do warm white.
Okay.
But 2700K.
Yeah.
So you can just have them as normal architectural lights during the non-holiday times, and like I said, each individual light is addressable, and you can do your own scenes with certain lights on and off. So yeah,
very
looking forward to that one. But yeah, and I spent Halloween with the mouse in Anaheim. And then we went back the next day, November 1st, for just we went into the park to have lunch, and that was the whole reason why we went into the park, was just have lunch. But it's okay, don't judge me.
We will.
And it's amazing because the night before there's Halloween everywhere.
Right.
Like, everywhere. And we walk into the park and all the banners are gone and the big giant pumpkin is gone, and they've started, and then you start to see garlands in New Orleans Square, and they've added some garlands to the castle. Now it's not full Christmas mode because we park at one of the parking garages and take the tram in, and on the tram you can actually see the Christmas tree hiding backstage
nice.
If you look closely through the scrim, you can see it.
Nice.
So the Christmas tree wasn't up yet. The Christmas music was not going on, but it's just very interesting to go from where everything is just completely decked out in Halloween to like literally like Oogie Boogie. They have this big Oogie Boogie that sits outside Disney California Adventure, the gates, and Oogie is even gone. It's just, that's kind of crazy. I need that crew here to instantly flip from holiday to holiday.
Snatch. There we go. It's our audio guys just keep on bursting through. Like, what's the quality of the stream going on today? I don't know.
Does anyone know?
Well, I know you've during the pre-show, which you can join the pre-show if you like by joining and subscribing to our Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
I know we don't have a page. Just jump on the Teams call with us. You can be part of the pre-show.
I don't think we need. I don't think people need to hear that.
I know. We were talking, or you were talking about how that you are going to be in max headroom mode because we still have not worked out the streaming lag between Cox internet services and StreamYard as of yet, because you've used all of your data. So, yeah.
Yes, I have a limited amount of tether data a month.
Yep.
And when you stream video, that tends to consume that very quickly. So I will be playing the role of max headroom tonight.
Yeah, you are with T-Mobile, right?
I am, yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've never had that issue before, but I've never actually gone and streamed a whole show through it. I guess that's why.
But also understand I'm on a grandfathered plan, which you cannot get the pricing and the benefit that I have right now. So, yeah.
As soon as you make one change to your account, everything kind of goes up by about 30%.
More than that. It almost doubles for me.
Did you hear what they're doing? I got a note, actually. Someone was saying that they're switching everybody over to newer plans without asking them, and they're doing retroactive. Oh, you don't want this? We'll take it off.
Yeah. So,
and that's like, really? They're allowed to do that?
So apparently they've actually communicated to the customers that they're doing that with.
Okay.
I did not get that communication, and I'm surprised because I do know my plan is on that list.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I haven't seen that. I've been checking on occasion to make sure my plan is still the same plan. And even if they move me up one tier, it's not going to be that big of a change, but I'll lose some of the benefit, I think. So
nice.
At any rate,
Let's
We
start
haven't
the
said
show,
hello
my
to
friend.
people.
Oh, sorry. Let's say hello, and then we can start the show.
Yeah.
Let's not
We'll
be rude.
say hello to Chaos 13, Vizio
Nice.
MVP as per usual in the spot in the easy chair in the corner. The
Nice.
Shadiest of Pandas is here. Kalski is here as well. Let's see. Who else do we have?
Rich Campbell
Jan's here.
popped in to say hello today. That's nice.
Oh, hello, Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Absolutely's here. Jan is here. So I was wondering who actually was first, because I saw the fairest of Brits in the chat earlier, wondering if she was first to the. This is really annoying. I'm just seeing now the video feed, and that I freeze up.
Don't worry about it, man. It's funny because I actually pinged the fairest of Brits after the last show because I noticed that she was on and watching, but she's quiet. She doesn't tend to comment inside the chat or anything else like that. And apparently, she's busy at work. She has a new role, and she's busy at work, and she just keeps us off to the side and on mute if she's on calls. So
fair enough.
So basically, she's technically there, but not really there. So hello across the pond, fairest of Brits. Good to see you.
Absolutely says, morning all, got an ad for the next level of nerds. Appropriate much?
Nice.
True. Jeff GWPG says, what the hell? No notification that this has started. Oh, it might have to do with the delay in pressing the start button today. Not sure though. Or notifications just could be all wonky, so turn them off and turn them back on.
Yeah.
First, Britt comes in and says she's listening today. So hello.
Nice. Oh, good. Very nice. Very nice.
Let's start the program, shall we?
Yeah. And again, if we didn't shout out to you or anything else like that, hey, come on into the chat. Say hello.
Yeah, come. Yeah, because I don't. I can see people are lurking. I don't want to call you out.
Yeah. There was a whole bunch of changes this week with the TwitchCon stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oh, actually, Jeff GWPG says, never mind. I unlocked my phone and the notification popped up. One of those where your notifications are only when.
And I think we got a spam message for the first time about someone looking to sponsor the stream. I see that our illustrious audio guy jumped on that and banned them. Thank you.
Yes, ban hammer has been swung.
Nice. I did not know. I have not seen that before. But hey,
it's actually happened a couple times before too.
But they're offering promotion of the show and viewers and followers and chatbots.
I know. Why would you turn that down? It must be good.
For the low price of $1.380. I didn't want to lose my wages.
Lose your salary.
True.
Our entire marketing budget goes from the audio guy over to a spam bot person.
True.
Nice. Well, let's go off and start the show, my friend. The first section is normally what we call From the Trenches. And that's when I wait for the little fly-in at the bottom to occur. There it is, From the Trenches. We are officially in the first segment of the show, talking about stuff we're doing at work. I've been busy as stink, like last week and the week before, waiting to get into and doing all of the session reviews for Microsoft Ignite.
It's funny you should mention that.
What?
Well, I just got a reminder on my calendar that I have a session review at the bottom of the hour, so I'm going to have to drop off this call.
Oh, great. Nice.
But I can blame you.
Okay.
Because I do believe that if I did not drop off the call, you would have to drop off.
Right.
Go
One or the other. One or the other. We drew straws and you got the short straw.
No, the reality is it's security related. Therefore, I get to do it.
You are correct.
You're going to be saying Octo what?
Mm-hmm. Swishy? What? I don't understand.
Yes. Smishing.
Yeah. So I've been busy with doing reviews. We're also wrapping up our internal polling for how things are going internally at Microsoft. I've been also trying to finish off what's going on with, I did another show for Microsoft Ignite, which is called Microsoft Ignite Unplugged. And I have a very special show coming out on Monday that I cannot talk about right now. The person that's in charge of the show, her name is Jackie, refused to give me authorization to talk about it on this show to all of our 15 live viewers right now. So I couldn't break the code of silence, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I've been doing that kind of stuff. Oh,
And I've not been
yesterday,
co-hosting with you, so I don't have the information, so I can't help.
and so I've also actually yesterday I commented on this yesterday. I actually presented in front of like almost 1,000 people yesterday across 5 different meetings. So it was a tiring day for someone that's normally as a manager should just be inside of meetings all day long. I was actually pretty busy.
Wow. We should tell the people at home what goes on during a session review.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's a little inside baseball, but like
it's kind of cool.
We can be honest.
So
right?
we have like if you break it down in the numbers, let's say approximately speaking, there are 72 or 68 breakout sessions,
or 87
or 87
or 92.
Yeah, there's 68 breakout sessions, and that is the number of rooms that we have times the number of days times the number of slots. Or my math is wrong. It's not times, whatever. Number of slots per day times 2 days divided by half, because we got a half day on Friday. That's how it works. That's the math. See, you can see why they don't give me sign authority for budgeting reasons. They don't give me that for good reason.
True.
So what we do basically is leading up to, like, the content was selected. We went through a big process to be able to select the content. We had to divide it amongst the different teams that are involved at Microsoft Ignite. And then we go through and they turn these sessions that were selected into actual content beyond simply a title and an abstract. Then they come back and they present this to this group that we're part of. And we kind of say, that's not going to work. That really won't land very well with a technical audience that does stuff. Instead, that might land with like a business person or a CIO, but really there's no speeds and feeds in there. Like, where's the command line? Where's the actual consoles? Where's the logs that we're looking at? Like, give us the real stuff. They take that feedback and either throw it out or they come back and then they have another version of it, which is potentially more in line, because we're collaborative like that. And so we're in that second stage right now. We're only a couple of weeks away. The sessions are basically all structured. They understand what they're doing. They know who's speaker. They know the slides kind of concept. They're practicing stuff. And it's like a dry run. And then we give them feedback once again to say, oh, awesome. You took the feedback. It's going to be awesome. You're going to nail this. Or it's like, you really should have demos figured out by now. It's, that would be good. So mine have been kind of oscillating between those two, but I'm going to say probably 80% of them are on the first description with the awesome side. Only a small percentage are on the low system. How about the ones you've been reviewing?
Yeah, most everything that we've been reviewing is in pretty good shape. There's a couple that are coming in a little bit warm,
a little bit hot.
With MMS Miami, which is the Microsoft Management Summit community run event, the Miami version, which is the smaller one. It's not the one that's in Minneapolis. There's some of those sessions, because folks were prepping for that conference and getting everything done there, that are coming in a little bit later, a little bit not as defined as I would like to see, but yeah, I think they'll be fine. But yeah, I think the cool thing is actually having to have the conversation of, we love the fact that you've got demos. Do you think you can get all of that in 45 minutes? Because you have 112 demos slated for 45 minutes.
Yes, or you've got 78 slides and 6 demos.
Oh, no, so I haven't seen much of that. I haven't seen a ton of death by I have had more than one conversation about. That's really cool. Maybe in order for that to happen, we probably should take some of those points from the slides and get it into the demos and start the demos way earlier.
Okay.
And then
start within the first couple of minutes, even
sure.
Or even start right off the top with a demo to kind of catch the audience's attention.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. I think that, we're looking at this to ensure that the sessions are technical in nature. And then listen, we have to make announcements, right? You're going to have some of those higher level thought leadership type sessions, and they're outlined as such, right? You should be able to tell from the title and the abstract, and hopefully the session level where it's at. But I'm feeling pretty happy about where things are from a security perspective.
Yep.
I'm really excited for the one that I have to depart in 10 minutes to see, because it is one from our friends in research.
Okay.
And it's like one of those uber geeky, here's what we found in battling a particular threat actor.
Okay.
So yeah, those things are kind of cool. But yeah, that's been my week. It's been daily, probably 5 hours. Each meeting is 30 minutes, and I've had probably about 5 hours each day reserved for that. And then afterwards, there's usually side meetings and conversations that come from, outputs of those calls. So that's what I've been doing. But I am super excited. We're coming up, 2 weeks away? Are we 2 weeks away?
2 weeks away, my friend. 2 weeks away will be actually the next show. And guess what? We have another announcement to make.
We do?
We do. A good friend of ours who was in the chat room has offered for us to use the exclusive reserve only book ahead access to the podcast booths at Microsoft Ignite and offered to do a show in there.
Oh,
so we will be live on Friday in 2 weeks time, in a fortnight time at Microsoft Ignite. I hope you're going to be there because we could do the show. Otherwise, I can always phone you in if you need to.
I'll ask my manager if he will approve some travel for me.
Okay.
Do you need? Okay.
So very, very cool. We don't need any technical support at all because we've got the whole podcasting booth staff. I believe there's 15 people that actually do the production work for the podcast booth at a time. There's a green room. There's makeup. Everything's all there for us to be able to go off and to do a phenomenal show.
I'm pretty sure you read the wrong paper.
And
I think,
you know what?
I think it's Rich Campbell and a couple of tin cans and some long string. I mean, I'm just being honest.
We're going to tether with your phone for data for the show.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yes, because we're on that kind of a budget. But I do want to say, for anyone that is coming live to the event, I will jump ahead to random spending and I will share with you. You can track us down for an exclusive patch and switch iron-on patch.
It's a patch and switch patch.
You got it. So I have a limited edition number of these to pass out as a random spend. And you can also try to find us for one of our traditional stickers as well. And if you're not coming to Microsoft Ignite, I'm sorry. But if you can somehow find me on the socials, DM me or send me an email or something like that, you know what? I'm pretty sure I could probably afford 14 envelopes with general stamps to get the places. If you would like to have one of these limited edition ones, hit me up. I'll send it out to you on my own personal dime, just because we love anyone that shows up on a Friday to come and hang out and chat with us.
Well, there you go. There you go. I'm going to have to check my return flight, but no, I think I'm good. I don't think I leave until the afternoon.
You can make the show.
I don't think I leave until later in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Random spending real quick before I leave.
Sure thing, man. That was kind of my random spend, but I have another one too, if you want, but go ahead.
So I just got delivered to me yesterday the Elgato teleprompter, or the prompter, I believe.
You were one of the first folks to actually order it on our team.
I did.
What's your thoughts?
I ordered it online the day that it was released, and it said that it wasn't going to ship until February or something. And then when I was driving back from California, my phone blinked and it's like, your order is shipped. It will be delivered tomorrow. And I'm like, oh wow, that's awesome. So I had some concerns going into it, in that it's only a 9-inch screen. However, where I have my camera placed, it is within an arm's reach of me. It is perfect.
Oh yeah. You're
look,
actually looking into my eyes right now.
Looking right down the barrel, as Steve says.
I hope
Steve's our director
when
we do Ignite, and he's like a real director. He does like game shows and stuff in Hollywood. So so it's awesome. It does. The colors are a little funky.
Yeah.
It does wash out a little bit in brightness. But listen, it's great. I haven't used it yet as a prompter. for doing videos and having
Yeah.
words on there. But
You
I'm
and I
loving
both
it
know
so
that
far.
we're not actually very good with prompters. We just need like bullet points.
We'll just stumble all over the words.
That's why we don't do the live shows anymore.
Yes,
At Ignite.
exactly.
Hey,
So
Rick, hate to tell you,
highly
this is a
recommend
live
it.
show.
Highly recommend it. Love the fact that it attaches directly. It's got a 67 millimeter little adapter that just goes on the end of the camera, and
Oh yeah,
loving
very
it.
cool.
Loving it so far. So that's my random. Oh, that and the Christmas lights. That's my
Nice.
random spending. Yeah.
I have a random spend as well.
What else did you get? What is that?
This is look at that. It's a camera grip and battery for your phone.
Did you upgrade your phone?
I did upgrade my phone too. That was another random spend as well. But look, I could even be like an influencer TikToker and I could hang on to it like this.
No, you need a jib.
I need a jib. This is my jib.
Or a selfie stick.
No, seriously. I got this because, believe it or not, someone asked me if I would create a little information session about how to take pictures for social. How to take pictures for social using an iPhone or using an Android device. And someone at Microsoft asked me if I would do a little talk about that because apparently they think I'm pretty good at doing social stuff. And I'm like, really? Like you need a course on this? So I'm like, okay.
And it's him?
So it's research. So I bought this like $50. It's a battery. It also, if you really wanted to, you could actually do a Bluetooth tether to these buttons onto your phone to make it like a shutter button and things like that. But it literally like it hangs onto your phone with a case, just great for a little bit of grip. And it also acts like a battery. So pretty cool. I just thought I'd buy that as a possible prop.
How much battery does it?
Oh, it's probably like not even 1,000 milliamp hours or something. It's negligible, if that. Okay. It probably is more of a battery to power the Bluetooth connectivity than anything else.
Okay, gotcha.
So that was my random spend, was a little thing like that to see how that could work besides the patches and the iron-on patches. So yeah, I mentioned we do have a good supply of those patches. So
Vizio MVP comments, you now have a Windows phone.
You got it. The old Lumia 1020. I used to love that phone.
I know you used to love that phone. I think you were I think that thing was on its very last moments of life when you had to switch it out.
Yeah. I begrudgingly went to the 925, which was also a very nice phone. Yeah. But then after that, I went iPhone because the family went iPhone.
Yeah.
Sad day.
Gotta be on that ecosystem, right?
Sad day. Yeah, so that was my random spend. That was my at work. Do you have any last closing thoughts if you are going to jump off to that meeting that you have to go to?
No,
with regards to beer money at all? Have you done any beer money tech support for friends, for family, for families?
No, none, which is terrifying because both kids are away and I just know it's coming. But I did have I do have some beer talk real quick.
Okay.
Alaskan Brewery does a coffee brown ale that is absolutely amazing. I went to a place known as Player One, which is a bar that has video games and pinball. And I had this beer there, and then I went to the local is there such thing as a big box store for craft beer? I mean, Total Wine is essentially that, right? It's a big box store and they have craft beer.
Yeah, or else, there's some bottle shops, but I don't know of any chains that do the bottle shops. The Malt and Vine used to be a bottle shop, which was nice back here in Redmond.
So I went to Total Wine and managed to pick up 2 6-packs of this very same beer, and that was the last 2 that they had. And then I also have a Christmas ale that is chilling that I will try, and I will let you know the next time on the show. But for now, I need to depart, but I think, is Pierre around? Should we see if Pierre's around?
I think Pierre's here.
from
Or-
testing
or-
and production.
oh,
of
We
Jared.
got
Hey,
all
look,
the-
Jared's here.
everybody here.
Jared is fresh back from the hairdresser. I caught you, man.
That was not nice. It's
It was
just as easy to be nice.
You know,
Hey, but listen,
it's
if
easy to
this
make
if
fun of
this
those
review
that have hair when you don't have it.
very true. Very
if this
true.
content review ends early, I'll come back. How's
Okay.
that?
No problem.
Okay. All right. We'll see you in a bit.
Cheers, my friend. Cheers, my friend.
Yeah.
You know, we could also always, if you wanted to, just randomly pull someone out of the crowd, like a Rich Campbell or something like that. You want to shoot him a link?
I
He's
could bring
interested.
Mr.
You know,
Campbell.
I don't know if he's camera ready or not.
I don't know if he is either, but
Well,
Jared,
Jared
find out.
isn't, and he's still here.
Yeah.
I
What
would
have
have
you
left
been
if I
up
was
to
him.
for From the Trenches, my friend? What have you been working on?
I have
working
been
on?
I have
Oh.
been reviewing I'm doing a 5-hour lab for the pre-day at Ignite. So I've been going over and over that lab created by our very own Mr. Oren Thomas with
Oren Thomas.
participation by myself, Vinicius, and Amy. So doing that, I reviewing labs that I'm doing for hands-on labs.
So basically, you're
That
prepping
has
and
been a
making
bit of
sure
a-
everything works correctly.
Well, not just that everything works, but I want to avoid because, and you tell me, folks in the chat, what you feel when you go to a hands-on lab that is 1 hour, and you start the lab, and the very first sentence at the top of the lab is, "This lab will take you 3 hours."
Yeah, that's not generally going to be very good as a kicking off moment for a particular session, or not.
Yeah, so we've been kind of trimming and collaborating with the hands-on labs people to change the instruction and remove some sections from labs that we were looking and changing it so that it actually is more focused onto what we want to accomplish in that 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing that, and I think I've got like 150 session reviews, just like you, that I've had to do this week. Missed a lot of them because that's just too many, and at some point I was double booked and triple booked and quadruple booked. So that's been my week.
I've
and getting. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
I was going to say, and
this is the
finishing
awkward
my
part where you go back
session.
and forth over top of each other.
Yeah, that's the Canadian thing. No, you first.
No, sorry.
No.
Let me just scooch in here.
No, I've been also collecting gear for Ignite on the ground.
Okay. That's more of a random spend. But yes, Ignite on the ground would be cool.
Well, it's not random spend to me, but I got one of these little tiny.
Oh, the mic pack I was going on about.
Yes.
Those are awesome.
So you
Those
turn them
are
on,
awesome.
they automatically sync.
You can remotely
Little-
control them from the receiver to basically start and stop recording and stuff like that, which is awesome.
Yeah. And I've got the adapter to connect them to my camera and everything. So we're going to be on the ground.
Nice.
And doing planning that.
Some live stuff.
and-
You know what we got to do is we got to do little short snippets and put them on live to be able to get people's attention and stuff like that, as opposed to like big long videos we have to go off and produce and then get them available months after the event. Do some fun things like that.
We know, I know, and Leor and everybody else on the team knows that we are not actually authorized to be like setting up portable studios throughout the venue. So we're just going to be, hey, do you want to talk to us for 15 minutes? Yep.
Yeah. Psst, come over here.
So if we see security coming, it might be one of those, well, thank you very much for joining us for Ignite on the ground. Okay, see ya.
Carry a handful of mini chocolate bars from Canada and like, okay, gotta go, and just throw them on the ground and run, and everyone will just go to the chocolate bars, cause a distraction, and then you can escape on the side.
I heard you were very, very, very popular earlier this week in your neighborhood.
I did the full-size candy bars this time around. and was very popular. Had some really excited individuals of all ages coming by and literally yelling across the street, "Hey, they've got the king size over here," because they're excited that I had full-size chocolate bars. So the downside was they were not Canadian chocolate bars. These were American chocolate bars. If they were Canadian chocolate bars, I probably would not have even given them out. I would have just kept them in my house.
Speaking of which, do you want me to bring you anything next week?
Well, Canadian chocolate bars.
Coffee crisp.
Jared would like
Coffee
some
crisp.
as well.
Coffee
Coffee
crisp.
crisp would be nice.
Coffee crisp? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I gotta
Go to Costco and get the full size. Don't bother with the little small Halloween ones. But you can't. Well, Halloweens are easy because you can get them on sale now, probably.
At Costco, do I get the pallet, the case, or just the box?
Just go for the box. Get a couple of boxes.
Yes.
Oh, he wants a case. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Another thing
that I'll share from my from the trenches side of things was I actually had to create and deliver one of those sessions yesterday that was specifically about how to do demos. Like, just because I had to, as my old boss used to say, you remember him, Mr. Oxley, taking things from the subconscious and raising them to the conscious to share with other people, right?
Start with the hook.
Yeah. So it was about how to craft an awesome demo that could last in 10 minutes, like a lightning demo, but then also how to make sure your machine was set up, how to zoom it correctly, and then more importantly, how to also do a machine demo. Oh, look at that. Richard Campbell has joined us.
Ask and I appear.
Now he's above.
Nice. It almost sounds like he's using the wrong microphone right now, though.
It does. It sounds like he's using like his laptop mic.
His laptop mic might be used. He doesn't have the sultry voice of Rich Campbell has not arrived yet. While he works out the audio, I actually went through and shared some tips on how to create video demos that you can use, because in the infrastructure world, a lot of the times when we're deploying infrastructure and when we're doing things in Azure or in any cloud, it takes a long time to get stuff up and running, which generally doesn't fit inside of a 10-minute demo. And so how to credibly pull those off to honestly share with the audience. I'm not trying to like bamboozle you and fake and mirrors this thing. This is me actually speeding up this 32-minute chunk into less than 30 seconds to show you that you don't have to watch a progress bar to get it done.
One of the hands-on labs I reviewed was supposed to be for Azure migration. How to migrate a VM from on-prem to the cloud.
Yeah, because you can do that in 10 minutes.
Because you could do that within an hour. Last time I demoed that, I did the recording. It took 27 hours to sync the machine from on-prem to, because of course I'm on a gigabit connection, residential connection, but it still took 27 hours to sync the machine so I could fail it over.
Nice.
Just physically haul that much data up, right?
That's the voice. The voice is here.
Save me.
It's Richard Campbell. Are you coming to us from the coast by the ocean, my friend?
Should I show you the view? I'll show you.
Okay. Are you able to?
Yeah, no, I have magic.
PT's. Look at PTZ camera.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that blurry water.
No, there it is. There it is.
That's
wow.
Looks at it.
I have two words for you. The first one starts with an F. The second one is you.
Yeah, this is home, right?
Yeah,
so.
this is. I was about to say a little bit of jealousy going on there for that view.
Yeah, that's we had humpbacks out there the other day.
Nice.
Feeding on the herring. So
and now I got to geek out and ask you, what PTZ are you using?
That is an OBSBot Tiny 2.
Oh,
nice.
I think I have the same one downstairs.
Yeah,
that is
it's my travel mic. I still haven't finished building the rig for this room yet. We're in transition.
And we appreciate you quite possibly putting on pants, or at least keeping the camera shot high.
Did not put pants on. I put a shirt on.
Nice.
Hey, Rick, why should he wear pants if none of us are wearing pants?
Come on.
It's guests. The guests have to do that.
Don't be crazy now. But
yeah. So, Mr. Campbell, what have you been doing from the trenches this last week or two?
The best part about selling this, I've actually had to make a whole video series about selling a smart home, because I've done now, and still, realize I did a few things differently. So now I'm setting up a new smart home. A lot of that has been, what do you want for your networking? Like, I'm setting up certificates up front so that I'm an SSL all the time. Like, just bits and pieces like that. What if you're going to do stuff right? Plus,
will you be documenting the new home as you progress this time, as opposed to retroactively?
Well, and also stuff like your house should have its own account. Like, don't use your accounts for house-related things. So it has an Outlook account, literally from the outset. Just, you'd be surprised how hard it is to move stuff around.
Oh, it's quite difficult. I actually understand that, Rich, as I have an account for the house, an account for the RV as well.
Yeah, no, that make total sense, right? You need to keep those things there.
Yep.
Are you using Home Assistant or the open source project? Yes.
Yeah. So, and I sold the old house with a Home Assistant Yellow in it, which the new owners are delighted and starting to learn about. So we've been helping them with that. But I had one of the blues. And yesterday I did a hard reset on the blue. I took the cover off, switched over into boot mode, loaded a brand new. It had been a test machine for a while, so it's just like, let's go clean, starting with 11, and just dropped it in last night. And, that was my evening, tinkering away trying to get that done. And I really should be focused on Ignite. I still have more podcast interviews to book, so that's going to be today. I'm going to try and get the last invites out to fill out that booth space.
Nice. So in case you don't know, for folks that are coming or not coming to Ignite, Rich Campbell is going to be going in and is hosting 2 different spaces that are the podcast space that he's invited folks to come in and do podcasts and do content creation inside of. I'm assuming it's like a fishbowl glass wall kind of thing.
That kind of thing, which you really
is there going to be air piped in, or is it going to be like a hermetically sealed box?
Yeah, I said roof off, right?
Roof off.
Listen, it just makes your life easier. It's unnecessary. In the end, those boxes aren't about perfect audio. They are glass boxes.
Yeah.
They're about keeping people far enough away that other voices aren't clear on the recording. So the ambient hum of a busy conference is a good effect for a show anyway. Like, I like that style of show. When you're recording with everybody in the same room, you can't isolate crosstalk and stuff. Like, all of those clever engineering tricks we're able to do when we're in isolation, it's not possible anyway. So, but SM7Bs have good rejection. So, it's going to sound pretty good, but it's going to sound like you're at a conference.
Yeah.
They put us up on the 5th floor off in the corner there, which is not going to be a super busy area either. I'm just excited that the lineup, I got the Dynamics Hot Dish folks coming out again. Those ladies are awesome.
I was talking with one of them yesterday.
Yeah.
Based on your recommendation. It was awesome.
Yeah. They're great people. And, and a few ringers, like folks, Kyle Polich from Data Skeptic's been in before, and his show, he's 800, 900 episodes in, and he's really pivoted. He's always a data guy, but the machine learning parts have been super important. So he's pressing hard into that space. And Michael Kennedy from Talk Python to me, one of the very top Python podcasts on the planet there. And he's been a friend for a long time. We've gone back and forth on each other's shows. And so he's excited to have him back in again. And of course, what does he care about? Python and Excel, man. Like, that's a big deal.
When I heard that announcement, I'm like, what? What are we talking about?
It's just
people are freaking out about it.
There's a non-trivial chunk of work done in Excel that is data analytics. That's just the truth, right? It's always been the truth. We've just not cared to talk about it. But you think about what data tables and pivot tables and things inside of Excel have existed for years. Like, they're really good tools. And so this, like, hey, would you like another language? And let's face it, boys, we've done this for a long time. Gotta kind of put VBA behind us. Like, it's time.
so I'm curious. Have you seen? There's a short video content creator, Mrs. Excel or Excel Woman or something like that is just like an absolute brainiac on Excel.
Oh, I love it.
And I'm just wondering if she's done anything with the Python piece as of yet. I got to go check out her stream to find out.
Yeah, that sounds. I got to get her on the show then. That's a fun conversation. It's not like sysadmins have to deal with Excel every day per se, but I got to tell you, as somebody who makes a lot of podcasts, when I made a show last year talking about Kill Excel. Yeah, that got a little love of sorts. But it was also this conversation about how Excel is abused and how it presents vulnerabilities inside of organizations and what we, how we can maintain it better. And so that was a useful conversation as much as it may have been a little clickbaity for some folks.
Nice.
And our product group sometimes doesn't realize how Excel is being used on the field. In the field, because a couple of years ago, Statistics Canada was one of my accounts, and they decided the product group decided to deprecate an old function that's like, it was a cube, like a data cube, creating a data cube within Excel, because apparently the telemetry said that it wasn't used that much. But it's one of those things that's only used by a small percentage of people, but it does huge things.
Yeah, and it's incredibly important to that group.
It's incredibly important for everything. So when they deprecated it, like Statistics Canada went nuts. So we had to.
We're going to be frozen on that version. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Like that's all it's
Exactly.
So
they reinstated it once we made the business case, and then they did some stuff. They went to the American version of Statistics Canada, which I don't know what it's called, and then they went, "Ooh, maybe we did that a little too hastily."
Yeah.
But that's part of
nice
that's
that
part of the problem when
Microsoft does scream testing too, right? Just turn it off, see if anybody screams.
Well, that's part of the problem when you just look at the raw statistics of the situation. It's like, okay, yeah, it's only used by 0.5%, but then it takes the scream to have people say, yeah, but that 0.5%, it's used quite heavily. I only remember that from my days back in finance IT at Microsoft. There were a lot of times we prevented stuff from happening or that because
0.5% controls like a hospital's people's lives, nuclear silos,
or
whatever.
Speaking of crazy uses for Excel, an unnamed consultant that I know is working on a very large SAP rollout internationally, and the consulting firm that they're working with on behalf of the customer is using Excel as the project plan to be able to manage stuff. And I'm like, what? And it's not like it's even being shared inside of a multi-user editable fashion. It's like got record locks on it and stuff like that. So I'm like,
I do worry that people use Excel in ways that just scare me. Right? Like, you're depending on these numbers being correct. And it's like one mistake in an algorithm or one deleted row.
One mysteriously deleted cell or row that someone did because they thought they were hiding it or something like that. Oops, everything goes.
Well, at least if it visibly fails, that's awesome. It's what it just makes all the numbers wrong.
Yeah.
And my favorite was when they productionalized spreadsheets as production apps. That happened. That happened.
That kind of reminds me of the good old days of using MS Access as a corporate database.
There you go.
Okay, we're all dating all of us right now.
Yes. Well, you can see there's a bit of gray in most of our beards, except Jared.
If Jared had a beard, it would be gray too.
It would be all gray, like right in here. Yeah. It'd also be wiry like steel wool.
Nice.
I used to have one of those bronze shavers, and you go along, like downshift when it came in here.
He's back.
Holy crud!
Hello.
We invited our random friends in to join us, Joey.
Yeah,
I see that. I come rolling back, and you've already replaced me by Rich. Replaced me with Rich Campbell. So
he got a better announcer voice.
Yeah, about to say he's past the sultry announcer voice part. So that works.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing sultry about my voice today. Fighting that damn cold.
Keep it to yourself. I don't want to have it next week.
Hey, that's why I've got like 9 gallons of liquids around me to consume.
Yep.
I went to get all my boosters and my flu shots and everything to prepare for next week.
That's today for me too. Booster day.
That's the way to do it. I'm excited because we've actually got people from my team from around the world are coming into campus, some for the very first time, meeting people. And on top of that, we are going to be in the new construction buildings. So
Oh,
my
yeah.
team is actually based out of Building 7 and Building 8.
These are the
And
new 7 and 8.
it's
they
the
tore
new
down
7 and the
29.
new 8, which is kind of funny because I started in 26 and then we were moved to 9. So
Well, and
basically,
let's be
I'm
clear,
slowly
there's
capturing
never
all the bingo
been a
card
building
numbers.
7 before.
Yeah, but
There
for
was
those,
Well, wasn't that the joke that you'd send
Yeah.
a noob to
That's
go
right.
get a package at Building 7?
yeah,
Or go to a meeting in Building 7. That's
Yeah.
what we did all the time when we were in Building 8. Hey, we're out of conference rooms. Head over to Building 7. We'll be there in a second.
And then so they built them in pairs, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 4 and 5 and 6. Then there wasn't building for quite a while.
yeah,
And then the 7 gag got big. Then when they went to build the net set, there was a big outcry that said, don't build 7, which
Right.
they were already building at that point. That became 37, which is why
Yeah.
it was across the street. And then
Yeah.
it was 8 and 9.
8, 9, 10,
yeah.
which
And I'm
were the
just-
double cross buildings. I remember that because Building 8 was where the treasury was. That's why I was there, because it used to be next to Bill's office. And if you went up the main staircase in the middle of the building, the top of the stairs, there were 2 offices that the glass in the windows were a lot thicker than any other office
Yeah.
spaces.
Well, so Treasury was right next door to Bill's office because they had to have the hose of the cash
Yep.
from one right into the other.
Yeah. In fact, Bill's old conference room became the Treasury conference room
Yeah.
in Building 8. Yep.
And let's see. So, Rick, do you remember all of the buildings that you've had an office in?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
I know some people that have been there about as long as I have, and they have an Excel spreadsheet that logs them all. Talking about Excel, but I was 26, then I was 9, then I went over to
you were
40.
never part of 18?
I was never part of 18. I went to 40,
Oh.
and then 41, 42, and then I went to 26 for a little while, which was the morgue. It was rented from it was leased from an old medical facility, and there was a morgue in the basement. And then in 26, I went from there over to 25, which was on the other side of campus, strangely enough. And then I went from 25, which is my current role, to my home office, which is on a random street inside of Redmond, which I'm not going to say what my street name is.
However, your touchdown space was in
83 is the touchdown.
83. Yeah. 83.
And that's one of the cool buildings to shoot in because it's got the central foyer, which is open. You got these little Lego brick rooms that kind of stick out inside of the foyer atrium area, which is awesome for being able to go off and do shoots and things like that. So pretty cool. But the new building currently is going to be 8 because that's the only one that's open. Building 7 is still doing some construction. And I was told by my team admin super user person, I'm not allowed to go until next week when it's open because they still are doing construction in there and they do not like the risk involved with me visiting.
They're not
prior to the official opening. So somehow that got out and the information was shared with my potential track record.
Yep.
Go Gadget
Sword for Rick Claus on site.
Nice.
Exactly. Go Gadget says Raymond Chen has a blog post from 2009 about the Building 7 thing and about how it's officially now never being built. Not true. It is being built. There is a building.
It is being built. Yep.
Ledwig says all those moves at my university. I was in the same office for 20 years. I actually moved offices 3 times before I actually arrived on campus.
Yeah.
So that was very fun. My inbox when I very first got my Microsoft.com email address, it was, hey, welcome. Here's your office space. And then 3 days later, you are being moved from this office to this office. And then, a couple of weeks later, oh, you're being moved from this office to this office. And then the entire team, the week that I was moving from Houston to Seattle, my entire team was moved from downstairs in the building to upstairs in the building. And I had a shared office with somebody for a brief period of time. And then the building move started. Which was, you've not really experienced Microsoft unless you've experienced a building move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, yeah.
When I was part of MSIT, we weren't even allowed to be on campus. So we were in all the, like I was in 109, then Redmond Town Center Building 4, and then further out on the ones on the way to Redmond Ridge.
Do you know why that was, man?
Huh?
Do you know why that was?
Yes, because we were a cost center, not a profit center.
Yeah. So basically, it was a tax.
We went into lease buildings. Yeah. No, I knew that.
They had to move
I
you
supported
out.
tax. I know exactly why.
Garrett is a tax deduction.
Exactly.
Okay, I got to ask Rich Campbell because he is connected to a lot of very high level people across and a very large history and stuff like that. Any interesting office configurations, not necessarily sharing the location or name, but any interesting like raised eyebrow building offices that you've been in over the years?
Oh yeah. Like there's so much, and the guys who build those things are brilliant. Like you realize it takes you a while to realize, like even there's like the 16, 17, 18 complex. Like, think about trying to attack that building, like try and run a truck bomb in it, or any of the, like they've thought of all of that. That building is unapproachable for violence.
That's actually, I never even thought about that. That's taking a turn for the dark.
Well,
but
he's completely right. Yeah.
And there's a bunch of execs in there, friends of, some of them are friends of mine.
Yeah.
It's like these buildings are unapproachable, like they're incredibly vetted. But hey, you know the fun one is Red West, the old Faraday cage.
Okay, yeah.
Right, where they send us in there because they were going to, they wanted to show us stuff. They didn't want us to leak any of it, and you'd literally go through the second set of doors, all cell phones die.
Yep.
No signal. Thanks for playing.
Nice. I haven't had a chance to explore all that much of another building that's similar to that, which is Building 87. Everyone knows that one there, even publicly, as being the hardware building. Yep. And it's a variety of different types of hardware. And they've got a variety of different types of labs. And so that's, I know one that people have talked about and done videos about. That's where they have the quietest room in the world. Yeah, is inside that particular building for some of the stuff that they design. So one of these days,
you ever like that? Like what ends up happening is because your ears really want to hear something, you start hearing your body. Your body is noisy.
Yes, it is. I don't need, honestly, I don't need the quietest room in the world to know that.
Some of us are noisier than others.
Yes.
I'll just do a plug for the show here.
With age.
Oh, hang on a second. I'll do a plug for the show just in case. We are coming close to the end. If you haven't as of yet, go ahead and vote for the word of the week that we can use for next week's show. Just put in a ! Word with your suggestion, and we'll vote on it momentarily. Do we actually give Pierre the last comment here before we wrap up, Joey? What do you think?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Okay. No pressure, Pierre.
I can't remember what I was going to say. So,
and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Great ending. Perfect. Nailed it.
That was the best.
I'm going to head over to patchandswitch.showbot.tv.
We got her.
There we go.
And I am going to see that we've got Winterpeg Building 7 Boogie Boogie.
Nice.
That's not Oogie Boogie. It's Boogie Boogie. Specials Iron Out, Humpbacks and Hacks. And now Kowski's jumped in with BC
View. Yeah. Just getting one in there under the wire. Very nice.
So I wasn't here to hear Humpbacks or Hacks. So I'm not sure exactly what
I think we have to do Humpbacks for sure, because look at Rich Campbell's view that he has.
There you go.
There we go. So Humpbacks has to be there.
So let's do Humpbacks Boogie Boogie Winterpeg.
Oh, nice.
Which will be the title of our show in 2 weeks' time, where we will be in person. Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time in person, my friend.
Yeah.
So we'll be there alongside Mr. Campbell as well.
I look forward to it. And we're also doing our Christmas show together as we do every year, right? So get your gadgets together, because I want my Run As Christmas show.
Okay.
I have my list, my friend. I have got some outstanding.
I'm excited.
Gift ideas.
I started an Amazon list that I keep sending my wife, and she keeps saying no.
Call it the nope list. If any of these things appear, you're in trouble.
Nope.
Exactly.
Nope.
Well, gadgets for sysadmin show, everybody talks about it, like they love it. It's so I'm trying to get it out early in December so that folks have a chance to actually shop for some of those things. But
Nice.
I figure if we shoot a Patch and Switch and that Christmas show back to back, what could go wrong?
It
And then
depends
we
which
have to
one's
leave
first.
the show because then we have to go off and watch Rasinovich do his closing keynote.
Right. So I think
so-
let's do mine first, then we'll go into Patch and Switch.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Or do a crossover episode with like podcast broadcasted multiple places at the same time.
Yeah, what
for
if
the whole
Patch and
thing.
Switch was the Christmas show? Why not?
There we go.
All right, folks.
There's the
The band is finished. It's time for us to say thank you and adieu. Thanks to GoGo Gadget 360 to Chaos, to Kowski, to Shadiest of Pandas, to Jan, to Vizio MPP. Ledwig has joined. And, I said hello to him earlier. You guys do this though, right? KT Baker, our buddy Rich Campbell for joining us. We'll see you in a fortnight time, if not sooner. Jeff GWPG, who's like complaining about the snow already. Sounds like he's in Winterpeg. AZ Cloud Elf, our friends in the Britons, the fairest of Brit, and then everyone else. Thanks to Pierre for joining in, Jared for running the show. Back in a fortnight's time. Until then, have a weekend, everybody. So, do I still get paid for the next episode, even though I'm not going to produce it?
No.
I'll throw in your $3.80.
Do you ever get paid?